Hi there, and welcome back again. In this lesson, we are going to talk about variables in PHP. We will cover these topics: variable syntax, variable types, and variable scope in PHP. So let's get started. So what is a variable? Variable is a container that allows you to store a value, and then you can use this value in any parts of the application by merely referring to the variable's name. In PHP, for defining a variable names subject to some rules. First, variable names must be declared with a $sign, then the name of the variable. Second, variable names must begin with a letter or underscore character. For example, variable's name could be something like that: $fruits, $fruits with capital F, $_fruits, and $fruits3. All of these variables are acceptable when declaring in PHP. Third, you cannot use a character like plus, minus, percent, open parentheses, close parentheses, ampersand, etc. when declaring a variable. So declaring variables like $3fruits or $+fruits are not acceptable in PHP. And finally, we are using the equal operator to assign or store value to that variable, followed by a semicolon at the end of every statement, as I mentioned earlier. Variable types in PHP. Here we will be talking about variable types in PHP. PHP has 8 data types when we use with our variables. Integer data type. This type is non-decimal number like 5985. Double or float type. This type is a number with a decimal point like 10.365. Boolean type. This type has only two possible values, either true or false, and often used in conditional testing, as you will see later in this course. Null value. This type is a special data type that only has one value, null, and a variable of data type null is a variable that has no value assigned to it. String type. This type is a sequence of characters like hello world between double quotes or single quotes. Both of them are acceptable in PHP. The next data type, array type. This type is an array that stores multiple values in one single variable. And as you can see in this example, variable fruits hold three values: apple, orange, and banana, and by using array built-in PHP function. The object data type. This type stores data and information on how to process that data. This is an advanced PHP topic, and it will cover in PHP object-oriented programming soon. And the last type is the resource type. This type is not an actually data type. It is a special variable that holds references to resources external to PHP, such as database connection. And we'll be talking about the resource type later in PHP database section. Now we'll be talking about variable scope. Here we'll demonstrate the types of variable scope in PHP. The scope of a variable depends on the place that variable is declared in the PHP code. PHP variables can be one of three scope types: local variables, global variables, and static variables. So with local variables, we declare the variable within a PHP function. And as you can see in this example, the val variable that has declared inside a print_val function is a local variable and can only be accessed by calling this function. unlike the val variable that has declared outside a print val function. It is considered a global variable. So when calling the print val function inside the PHP script, it will print the value 0 that is stored to the local variable val, not 4, which is inside the val variable that is outside the print underscore val function. The next type, it is called global variables. This type refers to any variable that is defined outside of any function and can be accessed from any part of the script except inside a function. But if you want to access a global variable from within a function, you can use the global keyword before the variable name as the following example. We have added global keyword before variable val1 and val2 inside added underscore val function for pointing to variables val1 and val2 outside function. And when calling this function, echo statement output number 15. If you are trying to print val2 without using the global keyword for pointing to variables outside the function, will be throwing an exception error. The last type, it is the static variables. When a function is completed, all of its variables are typically deleted. However, sometimes you want a local variable not to be deleted. To do this, you need to use the static keyword when used declare the variable. Then each time the function is called, that variable will still have the information it contained from the last time the function was called. And that is what has happened inside the following example. We have declared the val variable as the static scope and assigned 0 value to it, and increment that value by adding ++ operator after the variable name. And each time when we are calling the function, output increment by 1. Here function has called 3 times, and each time adds 1 to the previous value. So this script output 1, then 2, and 3. Let's take some examples. Example 1. In this example, we have declared a variable called myVariable and assigned value hello world between double quotes to it. And we are using the echo built-in function to output this value by adding myVariable after echo statement. And as you can see inside the output screen, hello world has produced after the code has been executed. Example number 2. In this example, we have declared 3 variables. The first variable holds number 2, and the second one holds number 9. And then we have used the variable 3 to store summation of the other 2 variables. And as you see, echo statement outputs the sum result inside the output screen after the code has been executed. The last example. Here in this example, we are going to concatenate 2 variables by using a dot sample. Also, like the previous example, we have declared 3 variables. The first one has a string hello value, and the second one has a string world value. And as you can see, we have concatenated the 2 variables and stored inside the variable number 3. Then we have used the echo statement to output the result inside the output screen. In the next lesson, we'll be talking about decision making in PHP. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to get notification about any new lessons. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.